South Africa. Good afternoon, South Africa. Sanibonani. My name is Johannesburg. To those of you who do not know me, some of you might know me from The Voice South Africa, where I sang this song. Hey, this video keeps on trending, and it's one of the reasons why I'm here today. I'm so grateful. I'm so proud to be African, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm going to sing another song, and I hope that you are going to give me the same energy. Akiri, we want the energy. It's called We Are Growing. We are growing higher and higher. Play it for me, please. Can you hear Elaine?
Men of men and men of night.
proceed. Proceed. Nifunanye. Okay, I'm about to do my last one. Yay! This one is a celebration song. I know. It's Ani. I know. If you pass him, my calling up. 1, 2, Kulindela. Where my purpose? Eonyana. Elele ya chata namsa. Kulindela. Ngikazi amanu makadi unyana wa yenu chongile this time makandebe buke kuseni uthemchatwe City unyana
is to select your preferred candidate. Simple. So you're going to click on the checkbox next to the preferred candidate of your choice. In this example, you're going to have a choice between two hot drinks, either tea or coffee. And you'll select the checkbox next to your candidate of choice. In this case, your beverage of choice. A ballot where more than two candidates are contesting a position looks like this. So in contests where there are more than two candidates, you need to rank all the candidates in order, starting from the one you like the most and ending with the one you prefer the least. Okay? So you'll find your most preferred candidate in the list and you'll click on the add button next to their name to add them to the first position on your ballot. I emphasize again, delegates, that if you find this difficult in any way, just make sure you come to this Congress venue between 6 a.m. and please not too late. Try to get as early as possible. As long as you're here by 9, we will assist you. So now we have another example, South African dishes. So here our choice list is, we're going to add the button braai, we've got shisha nama, we've got babuti, we've got a Durban bunny cha, we've got a Gatsby, and we've got a chakalaka and pap. Okay, so your ballot will look like this if you chose braai or shisha nyama. Then you're going to find your second favorite type of food. You'll click the add button again and you'll add them to the second position. So this is your second favorite choice, Durban bunny cha. I'm from KZN and I cannot understand why Durban bunny cha is not the first ballot choice, but there you go. Okay. Then find your third favorite and click the add button and you'll add that food to the third position. In this case, you've chosen Gatsby. Then your fourth favorite you'll add again by clicking the add button and you'll add that food to the fourth position. And now we have chakalaka and pap in the fourth position. And then lastly, you'll find your fifth favorite and you'll click the add button and add them to the fifth position. And now your ballot paper will look something like that. And you'll carry on as you will in the election for the 3 deputy federal chairpersons. There's 8 candidates. You'll have to rank each one of those 8. So carry on until you've added all the candidates to the ballot in your preferred order. But if you want to change the order, you can click and drag on the yellow boxes and move the candidates up and down. And then once you have filled out the ballot, you can click on the vote button. And it will pop up on a screen, such as you are seeing now, showing you the choices you have made. If you are happy, click confirm and your ballot will be cast. And at that point, you will be done. I emphasize again, your ballot will be cast anonymously. Nobody will ever be able to see who you voted for. They will only know that you voted. And that's exactly the same thing that we did in 2021 and we'll do next year. You'll arrive at a polling station, you'll present your ID book, the IEC will find your name on the vote roll and cross you out so that they know you voted. Of course, they're also going to ink your thumb, but the point is the IEC know that you have voted, and that's to prevent you from voting twice. Open Vote's exactly the same. Open Vote will also know that you've used your code, and that prevents you from voting twice on Open Code, just like you can't go and vote twice at an IEC polling station next year. So again, if you require any assistance or help, or if you need any support, please go to the voting help desk, which is situated next to the registration area in Hall 4, out that door and to the right. And that, delegates, concludes the voting briefing on Open Vote for our election tomorrow. Please may I remind everyone that voting will open at 6 o'clock and it will close at 9 o'clock, 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. Right, so delegates, we now come to one of the highlights of our Congress program, the moment you have all been waiting for. We are now going to proceed with our federal leader candidate speeches. So please welcome to the stage our 2 federal leader candidates, Mpho Phalatse and John Steenhuisen. Okay. So delegates, our candidates met yesterday and they have agreed that we will toss a coin in your presence to determine the speaking order. So please come a little bit closer, John and Mpho. Okay, so candidates, you'll see this is the coin we're going to use. This is the Lucky Congress coin. And on this side is a wildebeest. And I'm going to ask you to remember, we're going to call this wildebeest an animal. And then on the other side is the national coat of arms, which we will call coat of arms. So I'm going to flick this, and because we also agreed yesterday it'll be ladies first, Mpho is going to call, and she's either going to call animal when the coin is in the air, not after it's settled on the ground, please, or she'll call coat of arms. Now, if Mpho should call correctly, she will then have the choice whether she speaks first or second. If she calls incorrectly, then John will have that choice. Everybody clear?
Yeah.
Right. Remember to call now, either animal or coat of arms. Right, Mpho has called coat of arms. And indeed, it is coat of arms. So Mpho, congrats. You will choose the speaking order. All right, so Mpho has decided she will speak last. That means, John, you will take the podium. Mpho, can I ask you, please, just to take your position by the cross over there? Then, candidates, please remember, you will have exactly 5 minutes to speak. The clock will start running down the moment you do speak, the moment you start. And if you do get to 5 minutes and you haven't completed, there'll be a very loud gong and your mic will be muted. So if either of you have some really special killer lines you'd like to make sure you get them in within your 5 minutes. If you just give us a chance, John, to take our place over there. Once you're ready, please start. No, you must do it.
Fellow Democrats, Sanibonani, it is an honor to stand with all of you today in Gauteng, the next province to be governed by the DA. And today, I ask you to re-elect me as the leader of our beloved party. Since October 29, we've all been on a journey together. We've been working hard together to rebuild the DA. We've defied our critics, and we've come out of election 2021 stronger than ever before. And we are now on track for a record result in 2024, where we must bring the ANC below 50% and rescue South Africa. This is our mission. The DA must and will play a leading role in constructing a post-ANC South Africa. And we must translate our vision of an open opportunity society for all into a realistic plan that all South Africans can resonate with. When I first joined the Democratic Party in 1997, we were under no illusions about the difficulties that lay ahead. We were a 1.7% party, but we knew that to cement our role in the South African political landscape, we would have to put in hard work. And let me tell you, as a councillor for 10 years, I know a lot about hard work. We also knew that only the politics of the long haul would result in the political change, and we knew there were no shortcuts. So today, I can confidently report that our 3 decades of hard work has paid off. And it's through these generations of hard work that we've arrived at a point where we are now just 12% behind the ANC in some of the polling. And just think about the many successes that we have achieved together. We positioned the DA as the only effective opposition against the ANC. Then we reoriented our party to become a party of local and provincial government. And following a setback in 2019, we learned from our mistakes and we got the DA back to winning ways. Democrats, ek is trots om te sê dat die DA is terug en ons is gereed om te wen. En nou is die tyd vir die DA te wees 'n party van die nasionale regering. As the leader of the DA, I'm making 7 pledges to our delegates, and they are getting the ANC under 50% nationally, focusing our communication on issues that matter to voters, ending load shedding, reducing unemployment below 20%, defeating cadre deployment and building a capable state, halving violent crime and devolving more power to provincial and local government. But Democrats, to bring any of our solutions to bear in time to save South Africa, it's time now for the DA to ascend to national government and provincial government around the country. And that's why all other pledges in my manifesto are anchored in this one priority. We must drag the ANC below 50%, and we, the DA, must form the core of a new majority in South Africa. We must show people that we're focusing our attention on their issues, the issues that matter to them. And key to achieving that is installing a blue government that operates on DA values. Democrats, this is where discipline becomes non-negotiable. And in addition to instilling stronger discipline, we must end the damaging practices of slagging off our own party in public. We must ensure that we adopt a strategic direction, and using world-class research, we must identify the issues that matter most to voters and talk about them. By making these the issues of our communication, we've already grown our party substantially since 2019. And with your support and your hard work, we will run the strongest, most proactive and issue-based communication campaign that our party has ever seen. Some may say that my vision, I say, we fixed the DA, now it's time for us to lead and fix South Africa. Thank you, Democrats.
Fellow Democrats, fellow South Africans, Victor Hugo's phrase that nothing is more powerful than an idea whose time has come was very prophetic. It's as though he had South Africa and the Democratic Alliance in mind when he uttered that statement. The idea of the DA, of a liberal democratic party governing South Africa has come. Delegates, it is time. Our time has come. But it is now or never. South Africa is on the verge of total collapse. South Africans are now looking for an alternative. The ANC will drop below 40% in the upcoming elections, and the DA must be ready. We've cultivated a brand of good governance, and South Africans agree that where we govern better. But the truth is that we've been experiencing negative growth. Between the 2016 and 2021 local government elections, our party lost more than 1.4 million votes, and a total of 285 of our councillors lost their positions as elected public reps in communities. This, Democrats, is not because our brand is inferior, but it is because of a trust deficit that exists between us and the electorate. And this is what stands between us and our chances of becoming a national government. Everywhere I've been to campaign, people ask us, can we trust you? This Congress is an opportune moment for us to be bold and to once and for all address this challenge. I'm ready to lead the Democratic Alliance to embark on a process of introspection and repositioning from an opposition in Parliament to a governing party in 2024. Some critics ask me, is it not too soon? And I wish to state categorically here, without any fear of contradiction, it's not the length of time in a party that determines one's effectiveness. It's not the number of years that counts. It's about capability, experience, and qualifications. Jacob Zuma was a horrible president with all his years in the ANC. Yet Barack Obama, with much fewer years in his party, was one of the best presidents America ever had. I am a medical doctor by profession, and with a wealth of experience in both the public and private sectors, my work as a doctor in Alexandria exposed me to abject urban poverty, leading to my leap from medicine into politics. See, Democrats, politics is not a vocation, it is a calling. I've served as an MMC and executive mayor in the city of Johannesburg, the biggest of all 257 municipalities in South Africa. And my years of experience as a technocrat and as a politician have sufficiently prepared me for the position of DA federal leader. Leading a huge multi-party coalition government in the city of Johannesburg was a necessary preparation for the road ahead. Our country has entered a phase of coalition governance. We need leaders with experience in both politics and governance to keep our governments afloat and protect them from avoidable instability. Our party needs a new leadership that can inspire and galvanize sectors of society behind a new vision, a vision of a prosperous and equal opportunity society for all. We need a leadership that can display moral integrity, that can lead by example and unite the party. We are a party that ascribes to liberal values, and this means we must support and promote free speech, including the right to freedom of choice. As a leader, I will defend the rights of everyone in the party, and I will not lead by fear, because the best form of leadership is leadership by example. I will work closely with our activists and structures such as DA Youth, DA Women's Network, DA Students Organization, as well as other ancillary bodies, empowering them to deliver on their mandate. Public reps, including in rural areas, will have my support. And staff members will enjoy recognition and support as an integral part of the blue machine. Fellow Democrats, we have a stark choice to make, and we can either try to consolidate our base and accept our projected 16% of voter share in 2024, or we can be bold at this Congress and vote for real growth. It is in your hands. I am a Democrat. I believe in our values and principles. I embody what we stand for as a party. I am committed to our cause, and I'm not going anywhere. Vote for me as federal leader. Vote for growth in the DA. Vote for change in South Africa. Viva DA, viva!
Delegates, you have shown great enthusiasm and energy so far, and it is now time for us for our first award for the best.
This is the 2023 Federal Congress of the Democratic Alliance. Only a strong DA can uphold the values of freedom, fairness, opportunity, and diversity. A strong DA to build a better future. Welcome to the Democratic Alliance's Federal Congress.
There you have it, folks. Some truly